right now. Right now, need crew love right now, cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Giants. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
First and 10, Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, it's Hunt, and an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. And here's Marshall. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around, and they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on first and 10. Here's Hunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run it into Marshall. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Keith Marshall, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first down throw for Newton. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll drop to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And now running right through it. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll set up to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. Shows off the quick feet as he takes this one up to the 20. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to get him for a loss of 5. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw here. Muscling free, and nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, and all the way down to the 26. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 58 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley down right around the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions,
All right, here we go.
I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and, get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons.
Could change.
Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, they will have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get up. Here to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This is Marshall. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Mahomes going to throw, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shane Ray with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go now.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Philly, here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Shake it out,
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead. Because
And he is in! Touchdown, Giants! It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Giants are in for 6. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
they had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Mahomes to throw on second down. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Shane Ray in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. The Chiefs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Marshall. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Butker now to kick this one away. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Flush to his right. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete to Ingram. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They'll run with Marshall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Ace! Ace! Switch! Switch! Hunt! Hunt! Hunt!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle of the backer. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Gone!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw to Barkley out of the check down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Here we go. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. He'll drop to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Chris Jones in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. The Giants on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And shutting him off, now open field. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Now here's Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Look at the dance and the juke. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Left, left. Black 58, rail. Black.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Steps away. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
This fielded at the 2. New York set to take the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give him a chance to go.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
4 down. Ready. Green 39. Green 39. Left.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Left, 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 left. Left, 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 left.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Shane Ray in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperate, and it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. Well, probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well,